thug it out. If my new bitch leave me hurt, I'ma thug it out. Niggas really like to argue on the internet. See, I ain't going back and forth, we can thump it out. Yeah, my back full of knives, had to buff it out. Keep talking your shit, don't be surprised when I flush it out. I remember mom ain't had no job, so we stuck it out. If this rapping shit don't work, I'll take that other route. My money forever in the half, I ain't running out. Pull it to the party, get the cash, then I'm rushing out.
These niggas really got filters on here.
Now my left
That's wild to me.
The neighbors asking what the fuss about. I like bad bitches, bad bras, fast money, fast cars. Hop inside that Jaguar and whip it like a NASCAR. Do 100 on that dash, nigga. 130 on that dash. I like bad bitches, bad bras, fast money, fast cars. Hop inside that Jaguar and whip it like a NASCAR. Do 100 on that dash, nigga. 130 on
Bro,
that dash.
I don't even know if I could say nigga on here, yo. I don't even know if I could say nigga on here. What's up, yo? What it is, Thug Greasy, the Watchful Giant. What it is, Zayon. What it is, Captain. What it is, the Watchful Saint. What it is, Jar. What it is, y'all. It's your boy BlastphamousHD. You know what I'm saying? And I have not gone live on Instagram in a long time. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually live on my YouTube channel, so if you guys want to, you know what I mean, check out a longer version of my stories, come over to my YouTube channel, live stream, you know what I'm saying, where my super chatters choose the direction of the stream, you know what I mean? Yo, what's up, Danny? What's up, Will? What's up, Josie? I can't believe I haven't been on here live streaming before this. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Hibiscus? All right, so peep game, right? I have a question for y'all. Now, I heard through the grapevine before we get the story started, of course, that they have super chatting or like donations or something on, or like, you know what I mean? Like, we supposedly get paid from streaming on Instagram, and I've never been paid from streaming on Instagram, so I didn't know that was a thing. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Hey, what's up, Antonio? What's up, Bub? What's up, 72 Reasons? What's up, Freddie? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, 72 Reasons? What's up, Jess? What's up, Raylex? So, with that being said, I also have a whole bunch of videos that I'm going to upload onto my Instagram because I legitimately did not know that, like, you know, people on Instagram, that I can just take my videos from other channels and put them on my Instagram, the ones that I enjoy the most. Yo, I've been good, man. Hope you guys have been good as well. Nick, what's up, 72 Reasons? What's up, Josie? What's up, Jacob? What's up, Silver? What's up, Tyrese? Yo, alright, so, now, type of one in the chat if you guys want to hear the story about when I lived in a haunted house when I was a kid. Type of two in the chat if instead you guys want to hear the story about how I got set up to be robbed while I was hanging out with a chick. Nah. I feel like if you date nowadays, you're just gonna be set up. It's just how it goes. You know what I mean? Bro, type of one in the chat if you ever got... Oh, never mind. We're gonna wait until the current ones go past. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yo, what's up? Hey, so look, do me a favor. Type of 5 in the chat if there's ways to super chat through Instagram. Like if you guys see an option to super chat on Instagram, because I didn't know that was a thing. Type of 2 in the chat if that does not exist. I'm not on Instagram that much. Hey, what's up, Lonely Geeker? What's up, Shanri? What it is, Ace? What it do, man? What's up? Yo, all right, so you guys have chosen to hear the story, you know what I mean, about the haunted house. All right, I got you guys coming up fresh, you know what I mean? Yo, love you guys back, man. Thank you guys for the compliments. All right, what's up, Shami? All right, so peep game, right? I was around like 11. You know what I mean? So when I was a kid, I used to be in foster care, right? So when I got out of foster care, the thing that got me out of foster care, of course, was my parents. You feel me? Now, my parents, they didn't know, like, they didn't have a place to really, you know, like, for us to live when they got us out of foster care. So Yeah, I mean, luckily enough for me, my mom, she found this crib that was like half the rent that a regular crib was. Now this was out in Cleveland, Ohio. You know what I mean? And I don't know how haunted Cleveland, Ohio is, but let's just say I don't trust that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you say, yo, have I played The Walking Dead yet? Yes, I have. You know what I mean? Is this a 10K chain? Hell no. I don't be wearing all that expensive jewelry type stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I don't really remember how much these chains cost. Honestly, they were a gift. You know what I mean? Now, they were from a jewelry store, so they might be like, you know what I mean? They might be worth a little something, but you know what I mean? I ain't wearing no 100K on my neck. You know what I mean? But with that being said, feel free to attempt to, you know what I mean? I meant like, care. I don't know. I don't know. It was a gift. You know what I mean? Yo, K-Laps, how many carats do you wear around your neck? You know what I mean? Nah. Yo, what's up, Biggie? What's up, Kills? What's up, Corey? What's up, Quimbo? What's up, Anti-Ice? So, we gonna hook y'all up with the story time real quick. You feel me? Alright, so type of 1 in the chat if you guys can hear all the audio good. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys cannot hear the audio good. You know what I mean? It's all messed up and jacked up and stuff. What it is, Jordan? What it is, Corey? What's up? What it do, yo? What's up? Blast, nigga. Got a blast. Leave you in the past, nigga. That's what's up. Bro, you was my childhood. That's awesome that was a big part of your childhood, man. Yo. Alright, so, peep game. Now, we had fresh come out of foster care, and when we fresh came out of foster care, we all needed a place to live. We didn't have no crib. Now, this was in Cleveland, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know about Cleveland, Ohio, all you need to know is Cleveland, Ohio makes no sense at all. It looks really peaceful for some reason, but it was very, very ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's why if you guys ever see me out in public, you know what I mean? Like people who are on fentanyl, homeless people, you know what I mean? Like all these people trying to rob me, people, you know, females trying to set me up, all this other stuff. None of that stuff really bothers me. And it doesn't really work on me because I've seen it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the things, that's one of the blessings that you get from growing up in the projects and the hoods is you get enough life experience as to where, you know, goofy shit really don't, you know what I mean, have goofy results for you most of the time. Now, with that being said, you know what I mean, my mom, she went on and grabbed up this house that was way lower on market value than it should have been. It was about half the price, you feel me? Yo, what's good, chat? Yo, what's good, Disco? What's good, Lagino? What's good, Nick? What's good, Official? What's good, John? What's good, LeClaire? What's good on the rise? What's good, Wes? What's good, Scram? Yo, let's see. Well, you did want an ATK. That's good. You know what I mean? It happens to the best of us, Karen. You know what I mean? Can you send me a song to react to? Yes, but super chat requests, or you know, basically super chat request is a 50 in super chat. You know what I mean? Send it directly through the link that's pinned in my comment section that I forgot to put up in the comment section for some reason. I swore I put... No, my bad. That was the last one. I just restarted the live and I had like legit forgot that I did. Nigga. Wouldn't let me put it in. We got to go to the other live chat. Yo, that's awesome that you've been messing with me for years. Yo. Also, you're the reason I got into nunchucks. You're probably a master at it now. Hey, I appreciate the compliment, Nalik. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know what that means, Tommy. I don't even remember what you're talking about. We live streaming. You know what I mean? You might not know this because, you know, live streaming takes improvisational skills as far as comedy and vernacular goes. But when you live stream, you just talk so that people don't have to listen to your silence or whatever. So I'm going to be saying whatever comes to my brain. It's not always going to be a philosophical poem or, you know, something written in a lab or something because, we're improv comedians, you know? But I don't know what you're talking about. I legitimately don't remember. You know what I mean? Live stream. Homie said, I remember your homie said, he's like, it did, or you wouldn't have talked about it. And I literally don't remember what you, like, my nigga, that's what live streaming is like. I don't, I just said it so y'all could hear me say it, if that makes any sense, you know? What's up, double bag boy? What's up, one and only? What's up, Mike? What's up, Jacob? What's up, Isaiah? Yo, he was responding to them. Oh, that's what's up. Someone else said your tats were badass. That's what's up. He was responding to them. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I didn't see that either. I didn't see any. So some of you guys' comments I might not see, but on the bright side, all of the comments that you guys leave on my on my YouTube, I see all the mugs. You know what I'm saying? So peep game. You know what I mean? So let's see. So my mom, she goes and gets this crib. You know what I mean? And the crib was cool. You know what I mean? Like it was half of what it should have cost, but we figured, you know, it must have just been a deal. So I remember my first time walking into this crib. I walk up in this crib, bro, and the ceiling was white. All the walls were like, you know what I mean, like whitish, pinkish type shit. There was a couch. When you walk into the front living room, there was a couch. It was a living room. There was a couch on the right side, and I had my TV set up on the left side of the living room, which is where I also set up my Nintendo 64 and my Mario 64, all my video games. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know, I was a video gamer. You know what I'm saying? I like video games, anime. If you a chick and you don't like video games or anime, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, you lose points in me. You lose points for me. You feel me? Chick that don't like video games and anime, they lose points for me. You know what I mean? That's awesome that you've been around since I was streaming Skate 2 and GTA 5. Yo. That's what's up. Yo. That's what's up. Hey, what's up, Sino? Yo, forget about your hunter. All right, so peep game, right? So I walk up in there, and the first thing I noticed was the overwhelming pressure of me being watched through the ceiling. Through the ceiling. And I remember feeling like I could pinpoint it exactly where the feeling was coming from. And, you know, like anyone who's ever been watched by somebody or watched in the bush, you can feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, since you could feel that, like, since I'm feeling it coming through the roof or through the ceiling, I'm knowing that this is some ghost bullshit. I'm like, but me, I'm not gonna lie. As a kid, I used to think, okay, you know what? If I don't pay attention to this, it'll just go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it gonna go away? I'm not gonna feel the feeling no more. It's not gonna be, you know what I mean? So, I was rudely awoken from that night. My first night sleeping in a house. I'm asleep, and I just wake up out of nowhere. And when I wake up, I feel that feeling that I'm being watched, like, through the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling this shit, and I'm just like, yo. So I'm sitting there waiting for it. Now, the feeling was so thick that I couldn't go back to sleep. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I was a kid, so I'm figuring, okay, you know what, if I just like lay here, maybe it'll go away. So I remember laying on the couch, because I was sleeping on the couch. Now, if you guys wonder where my whole family was sleeping at, you know what I mean, they were sleeping in my mom's room, you know what I mean, like they were in there all nestled and huddled together on the freaking, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, in the bed and shit, you know what I mean, they're huddled together for warmth and shit. And I don't know why, you know what I mean, this is like my first time being a man as an 11-year-old. I guess that's just the black experience, you know, you gotta grow up younger. So, you know what I mean, like I just remember them telling me like, yo, you know, you're like the man of the family. Even though she's got like a 250-pound boyfriend in there, oh, you gotta watch out and make sure that the house is safe, you know, in case burglars break in. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know, it makes sense. I got a job. I'm 11. It's fine. So I'm laying there on this couch, man, and what made it really, really, really weird You know what I mean? I used to see shadow figures in my old house when I was little, says Emma. Me and my dad once saw on at the same time vaporize in the air, vaporize into the air. Oh shit. I was closer to it when it happened. It's a bad feeling. Yeah, it feels like heartbreak. That's exactly what it feels like, a heart attack. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that shit did not feel good in the least. You know what I'm saying? Deborah Westbury says, so you've been touched. Oh, yo, so Deborah Westbury, tell the chat when you got into being touched or whatever, when you were touched or some shit. Yeah, I mean, it sucks to hear that you were touched, Deborah, and now you're going around seeing if other people got your same shit. But you know, if it's any consolation, you know, at least that goofy shit ain't happened to me. You know what I mean? That's what's up. Yes, yes, never spread it. Ever spread it. What's up, Emmy? What it is, big on chat? What's up, Dragon? Yo, what's up, Pink? What allegations? Nigga, what allegations haven't I gotten? You know what I mean? I've gotten every allegation in the book. You know what I mean? Like, nigga. But, you know what I mean? That's just a part of dating as a guy. Like, if you're any good at it, like, females, they're just going to attempt to lie on you or just tell you goofy shit in order to disqualify you from cheeks. That's why I don't listen to anything that women tell me. You know what I'm saying? I'll hear it. You know, I may even say it back to them. So they, you know, women like hearing their own words. I don't listen to it. Case in point, I had a homeboy of mine. His name is Misley, right? And this chick, we all know a bunch of YouTubers and people that do entertainment for a living, right? So we were hanging out with a shit ton of entertainers, like 70 something people. It was after a DreamCon of that year. We're all hanging out, and my homeboy Misley, he takes a liking to this one chick, this light skinned chick, right? He starts hanging out with her. When he starts hanging out with her because he wants to, you know, hang out with her, even though she has a boyfriend, you know, the girl, she tells him, because they go on a road trip to drive up to a different convention of a different state. And while they're driving, it's like an 8-hour drive. And the female tells my homeboy Misley, she tells him, she's like, yo, my boyfriend SA'd me. My boyfriend SA'd me. He kicks the crap out of me physically. He says every horrible thing she said a dude could do. She said that this guy that she'd been with for 4 years had done that stuff to her, right? So they get to the convention. You know what I mean? She fills his brain with all of this shit for 8 hours, right? You know what I mean? The whole victim mentality thing, right? They get to the convention, and after they get around all of us, because we all met at that convention as well, you know what I'm saying? We had a real good time. And then about a week later, you know, Miz comes walking up to me. He's like, yo, like, you know, this chick, like, she just called and cursed me out. Like, help, what happened? He was trying to get some clarity on the situation. You know what I mean? Yo, what's good, Boston? Yo, that's what's up. Hey, what's up, Jordan? Appreciate the compliment. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, you know what I mean? With that being said, the homie, when he comes to me for advice about this situation with this chick, he's like, yo, you know, I need some insight on this situation. I'm like, yo, so like, what happened? He's like, yo, so, you know, this girl that, like, that one girl I've been hanging out with, you know, she told me that her boyfriend abuses her real bad, like mortifying stuff. She told me stuff so horrifying, I was scared to tell other people, you know what I mean, that he did to her. And then when he got back to the States, he started calling all of the people that we all knew and started telling them all of the allegations because he was trying to save her. You know, he was trying to Captain Save her. So he was like, yo, you know, I heard this about, we're going to call this guy's name, we're going to call him Tom, right? Because he's obviously a influencer. So she's like, yeah, Tom did this horrible, terrible stuff to me, and a whole bunch of it, and horrible, awful stuff. And, you know, of course, the rumors and the allegations spread like wildfire. Everyone starts talking about it until the Miz, 2 days later, Miz gets a call. It's the woman that is that's the girlfriend to Tom. And the woman starts cursing him out. really abrupt stuff, just yelling, screaming, saying the worst thing a chick could say to a dude, just really demeaning and shaming him. And he's like, yo, like, what's wrong? What's going on? And she's like, yo, why did you tell why did you tell people what I told you in the car? And he's like, yo, but you said you were being beaten and abused and kicked and like she was making it seem like he would step on her neck and kick the teeth out of her mouth. She she really went in on the stuff she told him, so that's what he told everyone else. And yeah, without going further into detail about what they said back and forth to one another, he found out that none of the stuff that she had told him was the truth, and that she was just saying it to build that, you know, the whole victim into, oh my God, I'm being oppressed somehow. It's the, oh goodness, it's the patriarchy, or it's the men that play baseball and basketball. Male masculinity is all toxic when they stand up for themselves. You know, just all that goofy shit. He believed it. And then he got excommunicated from the entire group. He can no longer go around none of those people ever again because he believed what a chick told him, and then reverberated that to everyone else. And he got the shit for that, because she, you know what I mean, like, she can make it up to him in ways that hopefully he will not make it up to him, you know. Oh man, bruh. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all well and good. You know what I mean? But Emma, we don't talk about religion, and we don't talk about politics, and we don't do the whole race baiting thing either. You know what I mean? We are not Chud the Builder. We don't talk about any of that goofy shit over here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been scientifically proven. It's been very well documented. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna say what's well documented, but nigga. It's well documented. Yo, what's up, Ivan? Who the hell? Yo, what's up, DJU? What's up, Lek? You know what I mean? What it is, Gav? Yeah. You gotta sing I to Pappy live. Send 50 in Super Chat and I'll sing I to Pappy live. 50 in Super Chat. You know what I mean? If you would like to find the link to my tip jar, it is over in my It's over in my YouTube live. You know what I mean? Come on over, jump up in the chat. You know what I mean? The easiest way to super chat your boy is directly through the link that's pinned in the comment section of my YouTube live stream. You know what I'm saying? We do not have said link on the Instagrams. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just a cautionary tale. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. Believing chicks will get you murdered. You'll lose your life. You'll very, very quickly losing your life believing chicks. You know what I'm saying? Not to be mean, just educating the men. You feel me? And with that being said, I'll tell you guys a real quick story. I'm going to get back to the haunted story. But I'm going to tell you guys a real quick story just in case there's some dudes in here. You know what I'm saying? When I was 19, I almost went to prison for life. You know what I mean? I had made the decision to go to prison for life, and it was all over a lie that a female told me. Oh boy. You know what I'm saying? But luckily enough for me, that was the day that I learned what it do. You know what I'm saying? Almost did. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, type of one in the chat if y'all want me to tell y'all that story. Once we reach the super chat milestone. Type of two in the chat if you guys want me to instead tell you guys a funny story about how a chick set me up to be robbed by two big black dudes, and they didn't get a goddamn cent. They were not good at their jobs. They were not good setup artists, man. Terrible at their jobs. What's up, the Joker? What's up, Faith? What it is, Stutters? What it is, Star Breezy? What it is, old Selak? You know what I mean? What's up, Star Boys? What's up, Jesse? What's up, both? Understandable. What's up, Warren? What's up, Tackett? You know what I mean? Was jail bad? No. Jail wasn't really that bad. But that's another blessing that I got from growing up in the projects. Public school was worse. I got assaulted way more in public school I got jumped way more in public school. I got I got beaten up way more in public school, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, public school next to the projects? Nigga. Nigga. Yo, the wild thing about the project, the wild thing about public school close to the projects is that when I went to public school, bro, I was a pacifist, bro. When I first went to before I started living in the hood and getting jumped and all of that stuff, I was a pacifist. But one of the quickest things you learn in those scary environments is that, number one, the way you act directly has an effect on how people treat you. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why y'all don't see me going out doing a bunch of the same goofy shit that Clavicular or whatever a lot of the other live streamers be doing. Niggas be out here popping pills and doing this goofy shit. Where I'm from, you needed your wits about you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I mean? I smoke the shit out of some weed. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to pop a molly and be sweating. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Yo, that's what's up, kid from Norway, man. Appreciate you, Marco, bro. I appreciate the compliment. Yo, just so you know, Maurice, your videos have impacted and entertained many, many people. You will be remembered by many for your entertaining videos. Yo, appreciate the compliment. Yo, that's like one of the most well-articulated compliments I done gotten in the last long time. Like, it's like a week. But that's a really well done compliment, bro. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? Nigga. Aren't I from New York? No. I was born in Compton. I was born in Compton, LA. And when I was 8, I moved from Compton, LA to the projects of Cleveland, Ohio, which was not better than Compton. It was the projects of Cleveland, Ohio. You know what I mean? And then from the projects of Cleveland, Ohio, we moved to Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? We took a short sabbatical up in Cali or whatever, but we ended up staying in Vegas. And in Vegas, I lived in the projects of Vegas for a while. When I first moved here, at least for about 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? And the place is called Joshua Village Projects out here in Las Vegas, next to Cheyenne Point, and right down the street from Carry Arms. These are real names of these places. Don't take any Uber rides from Carry Arms or Cheyenne Point in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? And be very wary of Walnut Recreational Center. And be wary of Washington and the lettered streets. I live there as well. Pretty much, they have bars on all the windows. That's what it's like. Yeah. What's up, Faith? What's up, RPG? You know what I mean? I would hate to live in the projects because it's too many stairs. I give you that. It is too many stairs, but you learn so much, bro. Like, I'll give you one thing, bro. Growing up in the projects, we are the connoisseurs of shit to sugar. That's why we make such good content creators. That's why all the best rappers are black. That's why, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say all the best rappers are black. You know what I mean? Eminem. But then he grew up in the projects. Shit to sugar. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the best entertainment comes from. Because we've been doing it ever since we was infants. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. You know what I mean? None of the channels on the TV work because the coat hanger sticking out the top of it can't get the signal good. You know what I mean? We make shit up. Real shit. Yo, I never been to Call, but I'm a big fan of Eazy-E. I think we're all big fans of Eazy-E. You know what I mean? Eazy-E's like, yo, he was generational talent, bro. You know what I mean? Like, bruh. And then add insult to injury. You know what I mean? Like, homie was actually really out there, like, you know, like really putting in work. Homie was really selling that shit. Am I excited for GTA 6? Very excited for GTA 6. All right, so with that being said, back to the haunted story, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, I'm up in this crib and I got woken up at 3 a.m. And I didn't know what was going on because I was only 11. I didn't know what the hell was going on, right? So I'm woken up and I'm freaking, like, I'm just feeling this feeling of myself being watched. And it's 10 times thicker than it was during the day. And the shit that freaked me out worse was the spot that I felt like I'd been being watched from up to then had moved from the ceiling, the middle of the ceiling, to the hallway leading into the kitchen. Right where this table was. Right? Now, I didn't know this at the time, but the lady who passed away in the house, guess where she passed away at out? Guess where she passed away at, guys? In the house. Guess where she passed away at? I'm gonna take some time. We're gonna take some time. I wanna hear this. Guess where she passed away at, guys? Oh yeah, it's worse than you thought it was. Way worse than you thought it was. Way worse. Nigga. New York was the first to create rap. Oh, that's what's up. Yo, what's up, Faith? What's up, David? What's up, RPG? What's up, I Stutter? What it is, HTTPS? What it is, I am perfecto. If Eazy-E was still alive today, would I want to meet him? Sure. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Shit. That be yo, man. Homie probably got the crispiest dap known to man. What's up, realtor? Yep. Died in the ceiling fan. Alright, so, but yeah, the lady, she passed away in the kitchen. In the chair. At the table. Which is where I was feeling myself being watched from. And I didn't know that it was the witching hour. I didn't know that 3 a.m., if you got any ghost activity, is going to amp up by like 10 times at 3 a.m. from 3 to 5. I had no idea. I was 11. I just wanted to go back to sleep so I could wake up in the morning and go to school. I couldn't go back to sleep because the feeling of being watched was too painful. So instead, I alleviated this pain extremely quickly by going over to my N64 and turning on Mario 64, which was my favorite game as a child. I got all 120 stars, and the reason why I got every single star in that game, which is an awesome accomplishment. I don't care what anyone says. You know what I'm saying? Better than cracking the baddest model. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because, like, you know, if I wasn't living in a haunted house, I would not have put that amount of dedication into that. Because the only reason why I did that was because I was tired of feeling the feeling of myself being watched through the ceiling. Now, once we reach 50 in Super Chat, I will tell you guys the secret ending to this story that I've never told online. Yeah, I didn't tell the ending because I didn't want anyone to think I was crazy. You know what I mean? And I also don't like reliving. I don't like retelling that part of the story because it makes me see what the lady looked like. That's always not good. Nigga, what's the worst video I've ever watched? The worst video I've ever watched has to be Jake Paul, It's Everyday, bro. That shit was horrendous. Either that or is that white guy singing Touch My Genitalia or some goofy shit. Good Lord. I don't know how anybody could put that type of stuff out. Begging for someone to touch your genitalia? Sheesh. I don't know how anybody could put that, especially in a video. I don't get it, man. You know what I mean? But apparently his objective was to cringe everyone out. You know what I mean? Hey, it's Hakeem. What got you interested in dudes? And, you know, at what point did you become zesty? Because, you know, it's creepy when your comment is, stop lying. You was beating your meat to go back to sleep in the living room. Next to the room my family was sleeping in. Yep. Don't remember that part of the story, but it's good to know that that's part of your story. You know what I mean? So, what got you into beating your meat while your family slept in a room very close to you? You gotta let us know. Hakeem. Hakeem Leto. Please elaborate for the audience. Yo, when we gonna live stream, bro? I got a cool idea. Bro, so Sin City Boxing, you box? You know what I mean? If you box, like, nigga, Are you alone in a house? And are you afraid of a ghost will come? I am not afraid of ghosts will get me. I'm like, you know what I mean? I don't, no. I'm not scared of ghosts coming to get me. I'm not scared of ghosts coming to find me. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like surprises, which is why I get jump scared so bad in my videos. I don't fucks with surprises. You know what I mean? I will say this though, ghosts are one of the few things that activate my flight. That activates the flight side of my response. Aside from really, really small, fast bugs. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't saying I am Mr. Perfecto. I was talking about Hakeem Lecco. He's the only one in here talking about someone's gooch. None of you have mentioned any creepy shit. Only Hakeem. Blame it on the evil spirits, why don't you? Is that your attempt at being a feminine man and blaming, not taking accountability by blaming the evil spirits? No, you're a weirdo. We're in here sharing stories and you're in here trying to talk about touching yourself. You're the weirdo. Bask in it, nigga. You know what I mean? You gotta bask in that. Why do weirdos run when they get called out for being weird? You gotta bask in it, nigga. Bathe yourself in that shit, nigga. Take that shit in. Suck ass nigga. Maybe then you'll shut the fuck up next time. You know what I mean? See, it's all good, Hakeem. You just gotta learn to shut the fuck. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, and the shut and the fuck is only shut when you're not saying zesty, goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? By you saying zesty, goofy shit, that opens the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So shut the fuck, or we'll shut it for you. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I'm about to write that shit, nigga. Yo, either shut the fuck, or I'm gonna shut that shit for you, nigga. Yo, nigga, I'm gonna use that in real life, bro. I swear to God, I'm gonna use that in real life. I know these two dudes is perfect for me to use this on, bro. Oh, yo, okay, I see you, Sin City. I met you at the gym with Steve. Remember, I'm not camera shy no more. That's what's up. Dang it, man. You got to give me some more details. You know what I mean? It's been a minute since I've been to the gym. Are you talking about the, which gym? You know what I mean? I've been to a couple of different gyms. Is it a workout gym or a boxing gym? Alright, so with that being said, I'm up in the haunted crib or whatever, right? And I stayed up all night playing Mario 64. All night. That's how crazy this shit felt to me, right? So I wake up in the morning, the feeling's gone, I'm feeling better. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. So lo and behold, that night, it's time for me to go to sleep again. I mean, when I get back in my crib, to the house, I feel like I'm being watched through the roof again. Even though when I woke up, it was gone, right? Nick, tell me why my room was in the attic. I got the attic room, which was where the feeling was coming from. So all my stuff was up there, all of my extra video games, all my stuff. That's why I slept on the couch, was because my room was the attic, which is where the damn film was coming from and shit. Yo, Mayweather boxing. Yo, so when are you usually at Mayweather boxing, bro? Well, I'll meet you up there. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I've been looking for a sparring partner. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, I gotta like, you know what I mean, keep my reflexes home. You know what I mean? For when I go to Fremont Street, had to beat up an extremely pushy tranny or something. Zesty dudes be pissing me off, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Sick of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the androgyny. I'm sick of this freaking Prince Shane Dawson shit. Everyone's wearing, you know what I mean? Like dudes be, I can't stand that shit, man. Where I grew up at, there wasn't none of it. Come at 10 a.m., we gonna stream it.
On that dash, nigga. 130 on that dash, nigga.
That's what's up. So are you saying you're down to spar? Yes or no? You know what I mean? Yay and or nay? I'll keep it real with you, man. I've only been in a boxing ring like 2 or 3 times. So, you know, the only thing I know about sparring is not to go full force and just to go like 10, 15, 20% so that we don't injure each other. You know what I mean? Like Mario's better than Sonic. Nah. I like Sonic better, bro. Not even gonna lie, bro. I like Sonic better. Mario was damn good. You know what I mean? Like in the world of top 5, Mario would be maybe 5th. Maybe probably 5th. You know what I'm saying? Because like Sonic, that's number 1 to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like, bro, Sonic Adventure, when that came out on Dreamcast, that's what inspired me to tell stories on the internet. Like 10 years before the internet even had YouTube to tell stories on. You know what I mean? Like, Sonic Adventure 1 is what got me into entrepreneurship. And the way it got me into entrepreneurship is, you know what I mean? I couldn't get a job when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Ain't had no job, ain't had no money coming in because I was 13. And I was able to, but the Dreamcast was about to come out in like 3 months. And I had to get it. Crash Bandicoot is goated. You know what I mean? Alright, bro. Hey, are you already following me, Sin City Boxing? Follow me and I'll follow you back. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? Sonic Adventure is what got me into, you know, wanting to make money. Is what got me into making money. It's my first way of getting money, you know what I'm saying? So when the new Sega Dreamcast was coming out, I didn't have any money, obviously, because I was 13, living in the hood. We was broke as shit when I was a kid. Ain't had no money, no nothing. You know what I mean? Air conditioning ain't work. I remember my rent was $500 a month. That was the rent for where we lived at. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you guys a picture of how run down it was. Yeah, I mean, we didn't have a washer or dryer. We would wash our clothes in the tub and dry them by squeezing them out and hanging them up on the rack out on the porch. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, obviously, when this Dreamcast was coming out, we didn't have enough money to afford that mug, right? So I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I can't, you know what I mean? I ain't got no money. So I started going up to jobs. I'm talking Burger King, Chick-fil-A, you know, Popeyes, any place that I could make money so I could buy this Dreamcast when it came out. And everybody was like, nah, bro, you too young. I might have been 12 at the time. So it was like, nah, bro, you way too young. We can't even, you know what I mean? Like, nigga. I played Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. That's awesome that you played Mario and Sonic. Which do you like better? First Vigilante 8 or Vigilante 8 Second Offense? Vigilante 8 Second Offense, easy. Easy. Easy, bro. Vigilante 8 Second Offense on Dreamcast was like one of my childhood favorite games. I liked that game so much, I would literally come home and play the music from the menu. You know what I'm saying? And there we go with Zesty Hakeem. You know what I'm saying? So Hakeem says something about forcing his meat in someone's mouth. You know what I mean? He didn't even say no, did he? Hey, so Hakeem, what got you like what made you zesty? When did you first realize that you were into dudes? You know what I mean? Because that's all you seem to talk about. Like, what got you into being attracted to dudes as a guy yourself? You know, at what moment did you realize that you were up to the knuckle? Foofy, a backwards mechanic, androgynous like Prince. You know what I'm saying? Probably wear, you know what I mean, wigs and Zorro outfits and shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So what got you into backwards mechanistry? Being a backwards mechanic? Hakeem? You know what I mean? Hakeem is thirsty, bro. Dude. Bro, Hakeem seems like the type of guy that would accept attention from anyone or anything. All right, Sin City, I got you, bro. I'm gonna follow you. Hey. What's up? Wow. Oh, shoot. So that's why Drewski does that. So, I don't. Let's see. Nah. Oh, the legendary Tom Brady was seen. Brady is currently single, and his children live with his ex-wife. What? Yo, people are a-holes, bro. Like, bro, look at this. This news just came out. Heartbreaking. The legendary Tom Brady was seen all alone riding his $20 million mega yacht around Miami. Brady is currently single, and his children live with his ex-wife, Giselle, whatever the hell her name is, and her husband. Why is that sad? Like, nigga. So, you mean to tell me he got married, he did what everyone pressures everyone into doing, that is actually a horrible decision, and, yeah, I mean, because everyone gets pressured into it, you know what I mean, and, like, he did it, and he still gets shamed for, like, just because he's riding his $20 million mega yacht by himself? That's wild. Dang, never heard them put that out about a female. Freaking, Holly Berry, newly single, seen, super duper sad, extremely heartbreaking. The legendary Holly Berry was seen all alone today riding her $20 million mega yacht around Miami. Fuck is her name? Berry is currently single. Holly Berry is currently single, and her children live with her ex-husband, whatever the hell his name is, and his new wife. Like, y'all see how that don't even make sense to say that? Nigga. Good? But yep. Alright, well, see you later, bro. You know what I mean? W's in the chat to the mod squad. Yeah, bro, that's who. Nigga. Like, so yeah, stuff like that is the reason why I don't believe anything anyone says about me. You know what I mean? And you shouldn't either, especially if it comes off the internet. Because even if you are $100 million heir, you're still, because you didn't conform to some shit some loser got taught by the loser people that taught him, that taught the loser shit to them. You know what I mean? You're in some way, shape, or form not good enough because you don't conform to their shit. That's like me saying you guys don't smash squirrels. No, freaking losers. None of you out there. You mean to tell me you guys are only boning your own species? Sickos. Purely sickos. Where I'm from, we get down with seals, giraffes, mooses, mises. You know what I'm saying? Like it, it's actual free love, not this only bone your own species and women. It's not like that stuff that I do. That's, that's me like projecting, what I do that apparently isn't that ordinary. So yo, big dog, are you married? I am not. I am not married. I'm not. You know what I mean? Yes. Duh. Yep. Sent it via Zelle. Alright. But yeah, alright, so, Haunted House story. My bad, y'all. What do I think about Ice JJ Fish? I think he is awesome. For him to have that level of security in himself as to where he doesn't let that stuff truly bother him. Ice JJ Fish is a fucking legend. I'm not willing to get up in front of people and be that cringy. I'm not willing. I refuse. I'm not about to get up and sing a whack, horrible song in front of that many people. Now, I've done it before, but I won't do it again. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I have. If I've ever put something out, I at least liked it enough to see what you guys' opinion was on it. I ain't about to put out no cringy stuff. Like, I just wrote this really cringy song a couple of days ago. I previewed it for you guys. I felt like it gave you guys a bad feeling, so I'm not gonna put it out. You know what I mean? Just to give you guys an example of what the song, because I feel like the song is too toxic. You know what I mean? It's too toxic. It's attempting to teach men about female hypergamy and shit, but it's not fun. You know what I mean? It's just a song telling the truth. And that's something I realized like 3 days ago. Niggas don't want the truth. Motherfuckers want to laugh. Niggas don't want to hear the real. Because more than likely, people understand at the heart of them what the real is. That's why they want to laugh, to forget about that shit. You know what I mean? So I'm not even going to put out the song. You know what I mean? I'll tell you guys what the song is. It's after Cupid. It's this one song. This is one song by Cupid, right? I don't really like listening to lovey-dovey music, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really funny is this song will probably go viral. I might just put it out anyway, just because I know it might go viral. But you know what I mean? I'm not really into like, you know what I mean? Like slow songs and shit. But the song is a parody of Cupid, and it's called Stupid. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, you know what I mean? Stupid heart of mine, give it to ladies, and you'll feel like you died. Like, I'm not even gonna put it out. Like, it gets way too truthful. It's doing too much. You know what I mean? Type of 1 in the chat if I should put that song out anyway. Type of 2 in the chat if I should scrap the song and just make a different one. You know what I'm saying? Because making songs is not hard. Like, it just is not hard. Nigga. But yeah, I already wrote a song in replace of it, and I like this song way better. You know what I mean? Yo. I was actually previewing it for you guys this morning. You know what I mean? Alright, so with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and finish the story time real quick. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? I was freaking so I'm in this crib, man, and fast forward like 3 months. So at this point, you know what I mean, I've already gotten I've already understood that obviously I'm at a haunted crib, right? And obviously, you know, it's obviously a ghost. Within that 3 months, I've been getting awoken like every freaking night at 3 a.m. And it started to mess up my grades at school to the point where I had to start taking children's Dimetap in order to sleep through the ghost watching me or whatever shit the ghost was doing that was making me wake up, right? So, fast forward, you know what I mean? The Dimetap works for like 2 months. You know what I mean? One night in particular, I wake up after the 2 months. I wake up one night, and again, I'm feeling like I'm being watched, and it's real bad. It's really bad. And so, you know, I look. You know what I mean? Instead of looking, because I didn't want to see it, I just kept my face buried in the couch, right? So as my face is buried in this couch, you know, I start to fall back asleep. And right before I reach that beautiful place of tranquility, that's just rest incarnate, you know? I start feeling the feeling so hard that I re-woke up again. Like, I felt like it was right behind me again. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I got so mad that I got woke up out of my sleep, because if you really want to anger a black guy, that's how you do it. Wake him up out of his sleep. I turn around, I'm like, motherfucker, what the fuck? So I turn to see it. There's nothing there. I turn back around as if to go back to sleep, but instead I look at the top of the wall above the couch, and it's all of these flashing lights are dancing on top of like over the couch. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I turn around and I look at where these lights would be shining from, and I go over, I get up and I walk over to the window. And when I'm walking over to the window, like that feeling of me being watched, it is hurting at this point. Like, nigga, that shit fucking hurt, man. Ugh. Ugh. So yeah, man. So I get over to the freaking window, and first thing I notice, I go to touch the blinds, but before I touch them, I noticed that the blinds are shaped like a V. The blinds were a lot like these blinds, but they were plastic. You can I mean, these are wooden, so they don't bend. With that being said, the window was bended, right? The freaking all of the blinds had bent, and they looked like they were like drooping over. Do I like FNAF series game? I love FNAF. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. It's like the best scary game series ever made, man. Super duper well done. Extremely replayable. They did a great job. Scott Cawthon did a great job on that game. Even though Scott Cawthon does not like me. You know what I mean? Because I guess he saw some of my voiceover dubs. And I don't know. I guess they might have hurt his feelings or something like that. Because, like, that nigga was mad at me, man. You know what I mean? I still remember, bro. He was supposed to send me a copy of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, like 5 days before it came out, so that I could preview the game. You know what I mean? Because I was one of the creators that, like, was on the forefront of Five Nights at Freddy's when it was out, when it first came out. So, you know what I mean? Like, he refused to even message me back, bro. Like, he was mad at me. But, not everyone is going to laugh at the jokes. Might be the Chica clip going so damn viral. I love how that's what goes viral, right? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? There's no telling. You know what I mean? But, like, bruh, I would still crack that joke, man. You know what I mean? Because, like, when I do Let's Plays, my only goal is to make y'all and me laugh. Me first, then y'all second. You know what I mean? And we did that job. That's what's up. So, with that being said, I noticed the blinds are melting. So I pull down the blinds. I look through the blinds, and I see that the house, only 5 to 10 feet away from my house, another one. Hell yeah. Bruh, type of one in the chat if you guys have ever sneezed and you started seeing sparklies. You know what I'm saying? Like all around. Type of two in the chat if you've never sneezed and saw a whole bunch of sparklies, like really skinny small worms of silver, like just floating around. You know what I mean? Alright, so with that being said, the house 10 feet away from my house that I was in at the time, fully engulfed in flames. I'm talking like it looked like the sun had took a shit on this house. Like it was bad. You know what I mean? It was like the sun was the house, like next door. It was that bad because the heat coming off the house was melting the side of my house. The side of my house was literally on fire. Yo, what's up, X Cries? Yo, what's up, 101? What's up, TJ? TG. T Gamu, Charles. Thank you. So with that being said, yo, appreciate you, David. Thank you. Hey, thank you, 101. Thank you, XA Cries. You know what I mean? Yo, what's up, Block? What it is, David. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? I'm like, I go get my family or whatever. I wake everybody up. I get everybody out the house. We all run to safety and shit. We run across the street. The fire trucks get there. The police get there. And they start congratulating me like I'm a hero. Like they literally start like cheering for me like I'm a hero. And they're like, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, what's up? And they're like, yo, I don't think you know this, young man, but You saved your entire family's life. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, because you guys would have got here before like, because our house was never on fire. It was just the side of it was on fire. You guys would have got here and put the whole fire out. And they're like, bruh, your house was full of smoke. If you hadn't have woke up when you did, all of you, if you hadn't have woke up within 5 to 15 minutes, then your whole family would have passed away out of smoke inhalation. Because, and he lets me know, the firefighter lets me know, he was a fire captain. He's like, yo, just to let you know what I mean? Fires don't kill people in fires. It's the smoke that takes people out. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh shit, nigga, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was me living. So, but yeah, there's a secret ending to that story. If we reach the first 30 in Super Chat, I will tell you guys the secret ending on that story that I've never told before. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want y'all to think I was crazy for seeing shit. You know what I mean? Like, nigga. Because there was a picture up in my room. Well, there was there's like a Narnia ass doorway, like a door leading into another part of the attic up in my room, right? And I opened it up one time with my older sister. We opened that mug up. We went up in there, and we found this picture of this pilgrim lady with huge bags under her eyes, bro. Like the whole rounds of her eyes were black, like she had been stomped in the face or some crazy shit. You know what I mean? But nigga, all right, you guys, we about to get up out of this mug in about 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Oh, that story is a classic. Yeah. Had also an experience with ghosts combined with an asshole friend enjoying my fear after not believing him and not turning the lights back on. Never messing with that. Bruh, so what happened, Blocky? You know what I mean? That's wild. That's wild that happened to you, Brody. So I was actually going to purchase me at the time, it was like a long time ago, I was about to get me and Dr. Girlfriend a house, right? I was shopping for a house to get us. I rented this one house that was fairly priced, and it was really big, and it was really nice, right? I walked through that mug, and you know what I mean? Like everything seemed cool or whatever, right? He shows us the whole house. So then when we walk out, I don't know why, but I'm like, yo, okay, so I'm gonna go turn on, give me a second. I'm gonna go turn all the lights off and walk through there again just to see, you know, if I like the house or whatever. He's the landlord dude's like, all right, cool. So I turn off all the lights in the house and I go walking through, and I remember walking past this one spot, and I felt that same feeling that I felt when I was a kid of being watched, and I immediately knew the house was haunted, and I was like, nah, fuck this. And the house was $100,000 cheaper than the other houses on the block. It was a steal. And I was like, why the hell is this such a good price? Yeah, I figured it out. Nigga. But yeah, we about to get about this mug. You know what I mean? Like, nigga. Alright, so let's see. We want all the smoke. We want all the smoke. We want all the smoke. Yo. Alright, man. See you guys later. Wisdoms.